Hello everyone, we are Warmi, Rocio, and Belen. The topic we are going to develop in this video is register and genre. Genre was grounded on systemic functional linguistics, which is a theory of language developed by Halliday for analyzing text and their context of use. As you may know, functional linguists put a great emphasis on the relationship between language and context, because they think it is impossible to understand the meaning of what someone has said or written without knowing something about the context. And to study the context, we need to observe how language is structured for use in order to achieve culturally motivated goals. To do so, we use the analysis of different genres. Next slide, please.
Okay.
Genre refers to speech events of the same type. They are characterized by the distinctiveness of their subject matter, structures, strategies, and languages. These events can be simple or complex events. Simple events are conversations, speeches, essays, letters, etc. And on the other hand, complex events can be religious services comprising prayers, sermons, psalms, etc.
Okay. Now, as regards register, register refers to the different kinds of choices at the level of grammar and vocabulary that create textual effects, which we recognize as appropriate to the context of use. We can find, for example, in things and magazines, academic texts for lawyers, for doctors, for teachers, different kinds of textual effects according to the needs of these people and the grammatical and vocabulary choices for this type of text. The three components of the context which have an impact on the language choices in text production are field, tenor, and mode.
As Belen has just said, there are three components that determine the register used, and these are field, tenor, and mode. Field is a component that refers to what kind of social activity is going on and what sort of topic. And the field answer to the question of the what is happening, what is going on in the situation. And the second component is tenor, and it refers to the participants and the relationship between them. It answers to the question who are involved in the situation, who are part of it. The last component is mode, that refers to the means by which the text is created. For example, written or oral form. The written, such as an email, a written monologue, an essay, etc., or oral, that can be a face-to-face talk, an interview on the radio, a video, etc. And the mode answer to the question of how the situation is created and how the situation is going on. Next slide, please. Okay, here we have some examples. The first example is a screenshot of a conversation. The first message says, "To be honest, I'd be fine if we didn't go out tonight." The second message says, "Okay, no problem. Let me know what's up for tomorrow."
Okay, here share is informal text language where the letters are summarized and some final diphthongs or are cut out of the words. For example, okay, no problem, which we know that is no problem, or TBH is summarized to the phrase to be honest.
The three components of these examples would be the field, which is what kind of social activity is going on. It is a conversation between two friends. And the tenor refers to the participants, and they are two friends. And the mode, it is a written conversation. Okay,
Here
the
we
second
have
example,
yes, continue, please.
I'm sorry. The second example, it is an essay. It is the introduction of an academic essay, which says symbols are mostly used by the writers to create a more vivid scene in the written work and to give more strength to a conflict or the theme of the narration, to contribute to a deep meaning or express feelings into something beyond words, etc.
Okay, here the register is a literary analysis paper where we have to use a more colloquial and academic language to be really formal to express the investigation of this literary piece. So this kind of register is used in academic and university teaching and learning.
Okay, the tenor, the field of these examples is about an academic exchange of paper and work of an activity, and the topic is about Edgar Allan Poe's symbols used in the poem The Raven. And the tenor of this example involves the participants, which are a professor and a student, and they have an academic relationship. And the mode of this example is written. The third example, it's a comic in which we can see a conversation. The first slide says, how do I look, girl? I don't have nothing to wear. The second one says, what? Your closet is filled with clothes. Look again, baby, you're beautiful. The third one says, try this outfit, you're gonna love it. And the last one, I love it, girl.
Okay, so here the register is an informal conversation when different, let's say, different ways of speaking and different moods to express words are changing. For example, I love it, girl, like the long R.
The field in this example is an activity between friends. It is a comfortable atmosphere, and the topic they are talking is about what clothes one of the participants wants to wear. The second component is tenor, that refers to the participants and they are friends, so they have a relationship in which they feel comfortable between them and there's confidence. there's affection filter between them. The mode refers to the means by which the texts are created. It is an oral mode.
Okay.
In the last example, it is a photograph of a professor at university, and he is explaining a topic to his students.
Okay, so here the register is presented in oral form, where a professor has to use colloquial and academic language, vocabulary, and grammar to get the students acquire the knowledge and to be clear and to understand and to be understood the topic he's talking about.
The field, it is an explanation in a classroom, and the topic they are talking about depends of the subject the professor is teaching. The tenor refers to the participants. They are professor and students. And the mode, it is an oral form.
Okay. So these are our sources that we use for the investigation.
Thank you for watching and listen.